Well, hello everybody, and I know we're a little bit late. We're probably about 2 or 3 weeks later than we would normally. That's been down to a couple of issues that we've had. We'll go into those later. But Happy New Year to everybody out there. It's myself, Paul Catherall, with my wonderful guest, our monthly session with the simply awesome Coach Kai. Say hi, Kai.
Hi, happy new year, you guys. I miss doing live like this actually. And yeah, I hope the new year is treating you very well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Kai, I know we want to spend some time today talking about weight loss, particularly, following the new year. Most people indulge a little bit too much over the Christmas and New Year period. Absolutely fine, absolutely, go for it. But before we did that, I follow you on Instagram, and I'm a keen follower of you on Instagram, and I noticed something, and I wondered if you could kind of expound on it a little bit. I think this always amazes me that you as a coach, you actually have a coach yourself to make sure that you're doing what you should be doing in terms of where you want to go for your goals, correct?
Yeah.
And that you posted a comment that your coach said to you was that you, and correct me if I've got this wrong, but you are a manifest major or something like that. Yeah, manifest maestro, right?
Yeah, so like a master manifester.
That's it. That's it.
Yes.
So can you explain a little bit to our viewers what that actually means? Because I think there's a lot of people out there that are skeptical over the power of manifestation. Yeah. So if you could, that'd be great.
Okay, so I really love this topic and this idea of manifestation. And I think I've been a master manifestation even since I was a kid because I pray a lot. Like I pray every single night and I speak what I want. I speak my truth. And this is actually connected with quantum physics that every one of us were vibrational beings. So we vibrate on a certain frequency and we attract things on that same frequency. So if you're like a happy person, you attract positive things in your life, and when you're feeling sad and low, you're going to attract more of that. So imagine when you're meeting someone for the first time and you're like, oh, I kind of like this person. We're kind of like jiving and vibing on the same wavelength and things like that. That's actually true. And then when you meet someone and you're kind of like, I don't know why I don't like him or I don't like her. I'm not sure why, but it's just that you're not vibrating on the same frequency, and that's the same with manifesting our goals. So we are all just energy. Money is just energy. Everything around us is just energy. And when you are on that frequency, of course, you're going to attract that same energy. So yes, I do have my own personal coach. I do have a fitness and performance coach because I have been coaching myself through competitive Spartan racing for 2 years by myself, and I just wanted to improve more. And I want someone who could help me push my potential. And I do also have a business and mindset coach. See, all of us, we can get to one place to the next place, to our next goal by figuring it all out by ourselves. But it could take us like, I don't know, a couple of years or maybe 5, 10 years, right? But if you are working with someone who's done the same things, who has achieved the same goals that you want, you can learn from them. You can leverage that and you can get ahead of time. So that's what I do. So my coach is a business and mindset coach. So I learned all this manifestation principles from her. But I really still believe it's really all about getting in that frequency, believing in your goals, and actually when you are in that vibration, you're high vibe, you're feeling happy, you're motivated, you're productive. Of course, it's going to show up in your results, right? Of course, you're going to embody that, right? So yeah, I'm a master manifestator because at the beginning of October, when I worked with her, I list down so many things, like every single day, what I'm grateful for. for things
Okay.
that are not yet with me, but I'm grateful for. And by the end of 2020, I've actually manifested 17 specific outcomes, including a new apartment, including our new scooter, including my 15K months, USD months, right? So all of this happened because I was so clear of what I want, so clear every single day that I'm going to manifest these things into reality. So yeah, so that's it. And things we created two times. The first time you create it in your mind, and Einstein
Okay.
would always say this, right? So you create it in your mind the first time, then you create it, it will manifest in the reality in your physical plane. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. I think we can do an episode purely on manifestation and the habits that
Yeah.
you do, based on that manifestation. But I know that you want to spend some time talking today about weight loss, and you always hear the phrase "new year, new you," and all that type of stuff. So, talk a little bit about what ideas or what suggestions you've got for people out there that are looking to, maybe lose some weight after the indulgence of the Christmas and New Year period, and particularly given the restrictions we're currently living in, over COVID. How can people still make sure that they're living a healthy lifestyle and ultimately losing weight? I'm on it. Honestly, from the
Yeah.
4th of Jan this year, I've been smashing it every day. I know to look at me, you wouldn't know it, but yeah. So just what ideas, what suggestions have you got for help people achieve some weight loss or a bit of, I guess, discipline during January and February for
Yeah.
2021?
Yeah. Okay. That's so every time we go to the new year, so people would always have New Year's resolutions, right? Like
Yeah.
they made this study in the US, like 6 out of 10 people would make resolutions, and though all those resolutions, the top are eating healthy, being able to move more, save more money, and just going to the gym more often or working out more often. That's actually the
Okay.
top four. And if you look at it, the first three is actually related to movement and right, movement and nutrition. And then like 10% of gym enrollment in January are like, yeah, that happens like in January when people are making all these resolutions. And then 6 weeks in, they will start to like get back to their previous lifestyle and stop showing up, and then gym attendance would go down, and
Okay.
just finding themselves just about the same routine as when they started, right? So this is what's happening. And with me or with my coaching programs, I had never advertised for weight loss, like never. Like I never make weight loss the goal. So you can go for eating healthier or moving,
Okay.
and weight loss is just going to be a result of those goals. And I have maintained my weight for more than a decade since I graduated in college. I think, yeah, it was more because of the lifestyle. So really, if you want to like lose weight, understanding why you want to lose weight is important. So you're not just getting on a fad diet. You're not getting on it because your friends are on a, I don't know, cycling studio or something, or they're doing cool stuff or jumping ropes or whatever is going on, like a trend or something. But if you are making it really your lifestyle and you're very clear on how you want to implement that lifestyle, I think you're gonna like keep that weight off for the rest of your life. So like people want to say, I want to eat healthier, but what does that mean for you, right? So how many servings of vegetables or fruit? What are you currently eating right now? Are you into processed food or highly processed food? Do you like canned foods? Do you like fast food? What are those things that you may want to eliminate first before getting into like a vegan diet, a keto diet, a paleo diet, or whatever? Just really taking a look at where you are right now. And I say this all the time in my goal setting coaching sessions, that if you want to go to a goal, you want to get to something, you want to look at where you're currently at right now. So maybe I want to move more and become healthier. But what does that look like? Be really specific, right? So I want more money. Be really specific. If I found like $100 on the street right now, I have more money, right? I'm $100 wealthier, right? But
Yeah.
be specific. How much money would you want to make? How much weight would you want to lose? How many days in a week you want to move? So that is the key when you want to really lose weight. Look at your current lifestyle and then be specific. Be specific on the lifestyle that you want to do next, so you can achieve that goal. So yeah.
Okay. So Tori Davis, hi Tori. Tori, I think we're both friends with on LinkedIn. I've known Tori for a number of months now. And Tori makes a comment here. It goes back to coaching and being accountable, which I think she's right on, right? It's basically like you're saying, you have to be specific in terms of your goals that you want to achieve. It's all well and good that you may say, I want to lose weight, but then you've got to really break that down. So what does that lose weight mean? How much do you want to lose weight? Or how much do you want to get back into a certain suit or a certain dress or something, and by when? And then when you've got that goal, you can then reverse engineer it to take the steps that you want to do. So like you're saying, maybe you cut out one bad food group, such as processed food or bread. I've got to be honest with you, I love bread. I love it. So I have to eat my bread, right? I'm a big garlic bread fan. For the UK viewers, you'll get the Peter Kagan. But I understand what you're saying is that you need specific goals and then you need specific actions to achieve those goals. You can't just sit there on the top of a mountaintop doing all zen thinking, right, this time next year I want to lose 10 pounds, for example, and then not actually do anything about it. You have to put the action in place to achieve your goal, right? That's basically what you're saying, correct?
Yeah, that's totally correct. And when people decide on their resolutions or on their goal, they need to be like 100%, like 100% committed on that goal, on that result. But having that flexibility on their approach, because we can't predict everything that's going to happen to us. Like for me, I got into a minor accident earlier this week, and so that of course would have an impact on my productivity, on my fitness lifestyle, and so I'm going to have to find a flexible way how I can accommodate a healthier lifestyle even though things happen. So let's say I'm like 98% committed to not having an extra serving of dessert, let's say 98%. So you still have that 2% that you are going to decide, is this going to be the 2% or not? Every time you are presented that opportunity, and what it does, it gives you a decision fatigue. Okay, so most people really don't have that what you call this understanding yet, that everything that we do is a decision, albeit it's unconscious, right? But we make those decisions. So at the end of the day, you're making like tens of thousands of decisions, minor micro decisions. Just am I going to take this step? Am I going to go right? Am I going to call that friend, pick up this type of brand in the grocery or whatever? You are constantly making decisions. So if you are in that state, and even for your lifestyle, you have to make decision, am I going to work out or I'm going to skip that? Or am I going to eat breakfast today, like create my 10-minute maybe scrambled egg or something, or I'm just gonna pop into like get a bagel or I don't know, like a protein bar, like things like that, or processed food, right? So you're constantly having that decision in your mind. But if you're like 100%, no, that's not me. I'm a person who, when I wake up in the morning, I take my warm lemon water, non-negotiable. That's it. I'm a person who would not eat like highly processed food, like canned corned beef. I don't eat that. I'm that person. So I know I don't have to make decisions. So I'm reserving that for like, I don't know, bigger decisions, more important ones, right? And also, we're like 95% of what we do is subconscious. It's all programmed. So when you learn to program your mind and really really create new habits, those decisions already pre-decided by you, that's going to create a massive impact in your life, whether it's in your health, in your relationship, in your finances. And this is actually something that I preach because this is what I do. And most people, most successful people, do. They decide on the lifestyle that they want. They decide on what healthy means for them. They decide what a healthy body means for them or looks like for them.
Cool. I got a couple of follow-on questions, but let's go back. I forgot. Oh, that's what I was talking about. So you made a couple of statements there. So I agree with you, right? So there's this line in business that says, be set on your goals, but be flexible on how you get there. Because as you say, you can never know what's going to happen. You can plan as much as you possibly can, but then you've got to be flexible in terms of how you hit those goals, right? So 100% down with that. There's also a book, unfortunately, I can't remember what it's called now, but there's a book that talks or writes about, I should say, willpower. And there's two conflicting schools of thought, right? There's a school of thought that says we have a limited amount of willpower to make decisions per day, which is why it's easier to make better decisions at the start of the day than it is towards the back end of the day. All right. So there's an element of truth there that you're saying, where if you've pre-programmed everything, then you've got, in theory, a lot more willpower to see you throughout the day to make those better decisions. All right. I can't remember what the book's called now. Unfortunately, I'll have to dig it out. There's also another book that contradicts that and says, no, you've got as much willpower as you want. Right. So ultimately, I think it's for every individual to understand what works for them. There's no, in my opinion, there's no kind of one size fits all. It's not a fruit with a loom t-shirt, right? It's, you've got to do whatever you need to do to get where you want to go in life, regardless of what your goals are. And if you're not a fan of meditation, if you're not a fan of reading, then that's fine, but find something else that will get you going, that will build those habits and then get you going into the direction that you want to go. I have a question regarding weight loss, and honestly, I don't know the answer. Right, so this isn't a loaded question. I don't have an opinion on it. There's two schools of thought when it comes to intermittent fasting. Right, one is it's a good thing. The other one is you're basically starving yourself, so don't do it. In your opinion, because of your elite standard when it comes to coaching and your upskilling and upcoaching and all that, what's your opinion when it comes to intermittent fasting? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing?
Okay, so that's interesting. It's very interesting because in the past I would try intermittent fasting. Like I would try it once and I would fail, and I would try again and I would fail. My fiance is actually on intermittent fasting and he lost a significant amount of weight. So really what it does is you are eating on a limited window. So you're basically eating less, right? So if you are following the right protocol, you're going to be eating less when you're on intermittent fasting. But for me, for other people who would really be up and about in the morning and doing a lot of things, I think having breakfast is still the key, because you are going through an entire night without anything, without hydration, without food. On the other
Mm.
side of the coin, I really believe that sometimes when you like um do an intermittent fasting at the cellular level, you are renewing your cells and it would give you energy. So when I tried that, actually now I can go for 24 hours of fasting once or twice a week. But before I really couldn't. Okay, so I thought it wasn't working for me. It's not for me, but really my body is not it's not used to it yet, because I'm a big breakfast girl. So I'm used to having breakfast, I'm used to having that energy and working out in the morning. And so when I tried it in the past and I would feel very lethargic, I thought it's not working. So really find something that will work for you, that will work for your lifestyle, what's going on, and you're like educate yourself and you're not just jumping into it
Yeah.
with like I heard this work for and like people going on intermittent fasting and just relying on intermittent fasting, and they're doing it without movement and they're just like starving themselves. That is really not a healthy way to go about it. So
Yeah.
intermittent fasting, if you do it like you're still partnering with a good movement routine and also eating like the right food, the nutritious food that you should be eating, it's going to work for people, right? So it may not work for one, but like it may work for others. So really finding what works for you, right? Finding what works, and like be educated on your experiments in terms of diets or protocols like this, and not just I don't know like really I saw people doing it and they're just like eating I don't know, like processed food anyways, right? So
Yeah. It defeats the purpose, right? If you're trying to lose weight. So ultimately, I think, Coach, what you know, you have to find a process that works for you, right? Listen, I don't want to tell anybody how to suck eggs out there, but the only way really to lose weight is to have a calorie deficient diet, right? Regardless of what you call it, whether it's keto, whether it's Plato, whether it's intermittent fasting, whatever it is, ultimately, the best way and only way to lose weight in a healthy way is to have that calorie deficient diet, right? And then if you can incorporate some movement, some exercise, whether it's simply 5 or 10 minutes a day, something that gets your heart rate up so that you start to feel, the burn, as I like to call it. And now I live in the Philippines, all I feel every day whenever I work outside is the burn. I think I'm constantly in a state of sweat, even if I'm not working out. But yeah, so there's, it's for me, I can't do intermittent fasting. I'm like you. I like my breakfast too much. I like my bread too much, but I try where possible to make intelligent decisions on a Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I'd rather not talk about, Coach, if that's okay. That's kind of when I may let my hair down a little bit, but Monday to Friday, I do try to be as careful and as cautious as I can when it comes to food and what have you. So, yeah, cool. So, Coach, we've kind of been on now for 25 minutes. Let's say we've got another 5-6 minutes left. What other tips or what other advice would you like to share to our viewers out there in terms of, suggestions on how to lose weight or processes that they can put in place, or anything from maybe your new management program, your new coaching program that would benefit these guys, and how they can get in touch with you so that they can all become, what is it, crazy strong? #crazy strong, right?
yes, so yeah, crazy strong. So I think the first one would be to start small. Start small. People really think that they need to go all in all the time. No, you don't. Like as you mentioned, you can do like 5 minutes of morning movement, any movement that you enjoy, like, and then every week or every couple of weeks, increase that to 10 minutes and then 15 minutes, and just really getting into that rhythm and not putting judgment on yourself, right? So start small. It's okay to start small, start where you're currently at. And then in terms of your nutrition, I really, really encourage you to do a food journal. So what it does is really make you become super aware of what you are eating, and look at this food, the type of food that you're putting in your body. And when you see that, you will get a good sense of, is it the right type of food that I need or not? Or should I be making shift? And then create that shift gradually. So some people, they implement, okay, I'm gonna go plant-based. And you
Yeah.
know, coming from an unhealthy pattern, and you're just gonna switching rapidly on another pattern, it's going to create, when you don't, when you fail to follow it, it will create like this feeling that, okay, it's not working for me, so I'm not gonna try anymore. So that's it, right? So let's create your success pattern by starting small. So start by eliminating added sugar, right? It's going to be like so much calories going to make up for your calorie deficit if you would cut all added sugar. And then maybe after that, start removing or minimizing processed food. Okay, and then after that, maybe you want to start incorporating more fruits, more vegetables, or maybe cut down on your eat outs or takeouts or fast food, right? So creating this healthy pattern or new pattern for you is going to take work, of course, but you don't have to do it all at once. So for you to be able to um, create that pattern successfully, I really encourage people to do it on their own, I don't know, pace, I think. So slowly but surely, and I'm telling you, you will never have to count calories ever again and feel guilty when you reach out for that cookie. Okay? So really, that's true, because when you understand how you eat and what's your pattern and what food does to your body, you're able to enjoy your food more, right? So less of the cravings, and also when you're mindful of your feelings, because we tend to eat, we emotionally eat or binge when we're sad. But when you're really mindful, right? So you just, I don't know, like remove all those unnecessary food or additional calories that you really don't want to put on in your body. So yeah, so that's, and also having an accountability partner, maybe your friend, maybe your
Okay.
fiance, I don't know. Having an accountability partner really pushes our success rate. Okay, so when we measure something, the progress is, I don't know, it becomes better. We have better chances of succeeding. But when we report it, it becomes exponential, even more so successful. So find an accountability partner. And what else? Find some things that you enjoy. So even with your food, things that you really enjoy in your movement, things that you really enjoy. So you're not really restricting yourself, but rather you know what's healthy, you know what you enjoy. So don't label it as it's unhealthy or it's bad or whatever that actually make us crave it more. And just, understand that you're just enjoying your time, maybe watching Netflix or maybe having
Hmm.
a bottle of beer, and that's okay, right? So unless you make it a thing that you do constantly all the time, then you have nothing to worry. So yeah, that's it. So be clear on how you want to be healthy, how you want to eat healthier, and then go slowly, go on your own pace. Start small, start now. Whatever it is that you can do, make an inventory of where you're currently at right now. So it's going to give you a better sense of what is the gap, what you need to work on, and be mindful when you're eating, and find something that you truly enjoy in your food, in your movement, and in your everyday life, right? So life is meant to be enjoyed, not to be restricted from.
Exactly. And I think that's the problem, right? When people start to restrict themselves when it comes to food choices, when they get to that cheat day, they binge on those restricted foods, right? And I also think you mentioned journaling, right? Have a food journal so you can write down what you eat every day. I would be scared of writing that down if I'm honest with you. Yeah, mine would just be biscuits and cereal. So yeah, that's not a good that's not a good thing. So Kai, we're coming to the end of our live stream. We've had some really nice comments from people out there. So thank you very much, everybody. And to anybody that's from Wales watching, there you go. Have a bit of that. That's the Welsh football team. So yeah. So Coach, what's the best way for people to contact you? Is it through? I know you're quite a heavy user of IG and LinkedIn, right? So maybe for people out there, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you, talk to you about your coaching programs and all that type of stuff?
Okay, so the best way really is through my Instagram account. I'm always there. It's my platform. So you can find me on Instagram at that same handle, Kai Abbas. And you can also find me on LinkedIn. And I do have a new programs coming out for the rest of the year. And everyone who would sign up for my current up-level programs will have access for those programs for the rest of the year, because I'm not launching it yet. So I'm still like working on the structure, what it's gonna be. It's going to be really exciting because I want this year to be a breakthrough year. So we're done with 30 days, we're done with 3 months. We want to create that lifestyle for the whole year and really create that breakthrough year that, later down the road, when you look back, you're gonna say to yourself, that's my pivotal year. That's my pivotal. So that is what I wanted to create. That's my dream and my mission for this year. So everyone who is currently enrolled in my up-level program right now, up-level is a mindset and fitness coaching program for 6 months. So they will have access when they enroll before I launch the next programs. When they enroll today, at the end until the end of January, they will have access to those programs. So really, really exciting times for us all. So yeah. So if you want to learn more about it, I'm on Instagram at Kai Abbas.
Lovely. And Kai is there? Well, that's LinkedIn. What? Is there a limited amount of slots, or is it unlimited in terms of how many clients you can take on?
Yes, it's actually limited. I'm not sure if you can see it in my window. Like 5.
Oh yeah, the back there. Yeah.
So 5 slots, just 5 slots, because Paul, I really want to create an impact in my clients' lives. And I've done coaching like 30 people at a time, and they're just following a program, and I'm spread too thin. I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to work with 5 people who know and understand that they want to create change in their lives, that they need this. And I'm going to be there to guide them. And working with few people would allow me to really focus on them. It's like really high touch coaching for everyone inside my program. So yeah, limited slots.
Limited slots. Only 5 available. So guys, if you're interested, please contact Coach Kai as soon as possible before those slots fill up. Kai, as always, it's been an absolute pleasure. I know January up until this point hasn't been particularly kind to you, so please get better soon. I'll really appreciate you powering through. And also, if you wouldn't mind, sorry, I'm going to throw this in you before we go. I noticed the smoothie that you did on your IG account. I think it was on was it Monday or Tuesday of last week or this week? Would you just mind sharing that recipe with the guys? Because I loved it. I loved what it looked like. So yeah.
It's actually my go-to smoothie when I'm like really easy to cook a meal. So the basic recipe is really 2 servings of vegetable, 1 to 2 serving of fruit and a scoop of a clean protein. And then if you want, you can add some seeds like, I don't know, almond, flaxseed, sunflower, and that's it. So my recipe earlier this week was a cup of broccoli, cup of spinach, and then I had strawberries, and then my veggie protein, sunflower seed for good fat, and oatmeal, rolled oats for carbs. So yeah, that's it. It's super yummy. I swear you wouldn't taste the broccoli and the spinach, and you would really feel the strawberry more. So it's like chocolate strawberry with some hint of vegetable in it. So really, if people would tell me like I don't have time for a healthy breakfast, I would send them smoothie recipes because you can just pop it in your blender in less than 5 minutes. Like, are you kidding me? So yeah, it's a really amazing way of fueling yourself with nutritious food and also enjoying it. Because for me, I really like shakes, fruit shakes. So when I do smoothies like this, I feel like it's already a treat for me. So yeah, finding something that I enjoy.
Nice. And just a question: do you share those smoothie recipes with your clients who sign up?
Yeah, of course. My clients have their own nutritional plan because I'm also a nutritionist, so they do have
I see.
to their needs. So I seldom do calorie counting unless super necessary. We will really start with being mindful with food and creating that lifestyle around food. And then when it's necessary, we'll do counting calories for 3 months max, and you'll never have to count calories for the rest of your life because that's also what I did and my mentors. So yeah, they they get access to my recipes. So.
Wonderful. Coach Kai, always, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for giving up your time so freely. You're a wonderful guest. You're a wonderful mentor. I really appreciate your time. So we'll get together again sometime in February. I'll look forward to it. Thank you so much, listeners, viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Please keep those comments coming in. If you want to get in touch with the wonderful Coach Kai, there it is. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, everyone.